Hi, thanks for tuning in. We are back on In Realty. On this segment, I'll be bringing you to experience what it's like to be living like a backpackers over in Pods, backpackers home over in Brickfields. To tell you the whole story of Pods and what amazing stuff they've got here is Jules Lee of Pods, the backpackers home. Thank you so much, Jules, for making the time with us.
Thank you, Nia.
All right, first up, Brickfields. We know that it's the center of everything. So is that the reason why you picked this location as your backpackers home?
Yes, definitely, because it's so near KL Central. Yeah. Getting in and out of the city is very easy. There's different type of railway stations. I mean, you've got the Putra, the KTM, then you can go to KLIA very easily. So definitely it's a very good location. Yeah.
And what was the bit that triggered you to have this, backpackers home instead of like, a boutique, hotel or something?
Well, I guess, my partner and I, Adele, my business partner, we both like traveling. And the biggest trigger for us was when we went to Singapore just during the Chinese New Year, and we had such a good time there at the backpackers, and we decided, hey, we've had an idea, we have always had to want something to give back to community in some ways, have a space of our own to do activities. So a backpackers would be quite a nice place to meet people and also provide something for them to do.
So Pods Backpackers Home is not your typical backpackers hostel or hotel because it serves more than just a living space, right? So
yes, correct.
Talk to us about the activities you have here.
So the biggest difference is if you look at our space, we have a very big common area.
Okay.
Most backpackers won't have such a big common area because they try to utilize every single space that they have. So our space is big. We have a stage that we call Platform 2 3/4, which we have a first Friday event every month. So every first Friday of the month, we have some sort of an open stage space where anyone can come and just sing a song, dance, do some improv, read poetry, anything like that, just to express themselves. And it's free, or maybe sometimes we call it a minimum donation if we're supporting some NGO group or some other group that we want to help out. We also have a scooter tour, which one?
Scooter tour?
Yes.
Scooter tour as in the scooter with the motor or the push scooter?
The push scooter.
Okay.
It's a kick scooter. So you've got one leg on the scooter, you're holding your bar, and then you're pushing with the other leg. So it's a bit of an exercise.
Okay.
And normally we bring them just around Brickfields to all the 100-year-old temples. So there's a Chinese temple,
There are about, 10 or so?
There are a lot of Indian temples around here, but the main ones, we target the oldest temples. So there's the Chinese temple, there's the Buddhist Mahavihara, we have an Indian temple, and we have a Catholic church.
How do you accommodate people here in terms of, what's the maximum capacity of a person that you can have? Because it's a 3 stories hostel, right?
Yes, it's 3 stories. So the first floor is basically a common space where people can mingle, they can surf the internet, we serve breakfast here, then of course we have that stage. And then we have the other 2 floors, which is basically beds. So we've got bunk beds, single and double. So our maximum capacity would be about 50.
So, and your ID, I can say it's quite tasteful with, this raw but yet elegant touch of free painting, freehand painting.
Yes,
so tell us what's that all about?
We try to keep things very simple.
Okay.
Initially, when we visualized having a space of our own, we thought of permaculture, big space, but I guess the time is not right yet. So we're thinking of still going green. That's why we have green colors, very calming effects. And if you look at our walls, there's like birds on a line, there's like trees and some really weird stuff. So it's basically hand painted everything. We had friends who came and helped us with a lot of the painting and also the woodworks. And if you look at our chairs, we also have little quotes. We have a philosophy of people that have lived at Pods. Of course, they've not because they're kind of like dead or something. So we have Patch Adams, if you've heard of Patch Adams, the doctor. And we have Aung San Suu Kyi, which is one of my idols. Martin Luther King. Just people of inspiration that we have picked snippets from or what they've inspired and try to put them into this space. We went for simplicity and homey. Our tagline is rest assured. So another thing that we look for furniture which can be placed very easily. So if we had big couches, it's kind of hard to change, right? So like things like this, if you don't like it, you can just take it out, wash it, or put it at home, get something and put it in. So all our things can be kind of like moved around. It's all movable, so you can reset the whole look.
Alright, so how long has it been here, Pods?
I think we're coming to maybe our 6th or 7th month.
Okay.
We're pretty
So how's
new.
the response so far with all these activities happening?
Pretty good. Of course, it takes time to build your momentum, and people are slowly getting to know about us. We've got inquiries. We're now working with a group that's called Reboot the Roots, which is an NGO group, and they are doing workshops with Tenaga Nita here, so we've actually provided them the space.
Okay.
Because it's very centralized, everybody can get here and then they can go back.
And also with everything happening here, who would you say your target market would be? How can you describe your customers, your clients?
We are not the typical backpackers where people kind of like party, get drunk. It's more of a thinking place. It's more of a place to come and really rest and meet people, talk about important things. And the main thing I've noticed about the people who pass through, they're always on some sort of journey. It's either they're looking for themselves, some spiritual journey, or they want to see the world, or they're traveling for reasons like it's kind of different from what you normally experience in a party backpackers.
Being here for half a year already, what would you say the biggest challenge of putting this place together?
That's the hard one. Let me think. I think keeping things fresh. Keeping the energy up because it gets a bit tiring.
What's next for this magnificent duo, Adele and Jules?
Well, we'll wait and see. Great things, I hope. More projects, more supporting more communities, hopefully, and having more events here that people can actually use this space to learn theatre, to do drama, to build confidence, stuff like that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Jules.
Thank you.
Jules and I are going to take a grand tour of PODS. If you don't already know, PODS is a short form for Power of Dreams. And if you're from out of town and you'd like to be inspired, so come on over to Brickfields and look for PODS. So I'll see you again on the next segment.